Saxon Math for 6th grade. Today we're doing part 2 of lesson 103. We're going to be talking about dividing terms. Up till now we've practiced multiplying terms together. Terms are letters. Whenever I say terms, I mean variables or letters. They all mean the same thing. And you already know things like if I have an A times an A, that gives me an A squared. Or you know if I have 2 A's times 3 A's, that gives me 6 A squared. When I have letters called terms or variables, if I multiply 2 together, it's the same as squaring it. If I have some numbers in front, those are called coefficients, I'm allowed to multiply those together to get an answer. Turns out, not only are you allowed to multiply with your letters, you're allowed to divide with them. The dividing with them is actually a little bit easier, I think. Let's look at this problem here. I have 4 times a to the third times b squared, and I want to divide this whole thing by ab. I already know when I have a fraction, if I have something, for example, like 21 sevenths, then I'm allowed to divide by a number if I have the same thing on the top and bottom. For example, here I have 7 in both of these. 7 times 1 is 7, and 7 times 3 is 21. I'm allowed to divide the 7 out of both the top and the bottom. Here, I only really have one number, but I have letters. I know that each letter can stand for a number, and if they're different letters, that means they stand for different numbers. So I know that A is a different number than B, and I know that anytime I see an A, it's the same number. This would be the same number as this, only this one would be to the first, and this one would be to the third. Look what I can do. This is A, and this is A to the third. I can divide an A out of both of those. Divided by A, divided by A. A squared would be, and just 1, would be if I divided the A out of both sides. Similarly, I can divide a B out of both the top and the bottom. Divide out 1B, I'm left with 1. Divide out 1B, I'm left with B to the first. So my final answer, I still have 4 times A squared times B to the first. I don't need to write the first. It would be divided by 1, but in simplest form, I wouldn't need to write that. My best answer would just be 4A squared B. Another way to think about that, if you're looking at this problem, is that this can be thought of as 4A to the third, which is A times A times A, B squared times B times B. And this could be thought of as A times B. One way to think of it is that we're canceling out an A from both sides and a B from both sides of the fraction, leaving me with 4A squared B. You try it. Write this on your paper. And we can't solve the division problem, and that's a big change for many of you. I know you're used to being able to find the final answer.